just go out there and compete. And
Dinwiddie gets by him with a crossover. Oh, White with a great block. Dinwiddie cocked it back, was ready to throw it down, and White says, not this time.
do the things I need to do, whether I'm starting or off the bench.
Okay, people, I'm so hyped today to be joined by Derrick White of the Boston Celtics. Derrick, thanks for hanging out with me today.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm excited too.
All right, I can't wait to get into some of this tape, but I want to start a little bit about your journey as a Celtic. This time last year-ish, trade deadline, right? In February, you joined that roster. In the time that you've been a Celtic, what ways do you think you've grown the most?
I mean, to be traded during last year and to have that playoff run, I mean, I just got so much experience from just playing high-level basketball. That playoff experience that we all gained getting to the finals is invaluable, and I felt a lot more comfortable and confident going to this year of being here for a little bit and knowing what's going on the court and off the court, and it's been a fun season so far.
Let's get into some of this tape, because rightly or wrongly, Derrick, I can remember you being added to the Celtics. I was like, this one is sneaky. I don't know if people are talking about it enough, but I kind of had you pegged as a shooter defender. But as we watch some of this tape, there's so much more to your games. First of all, talk to me when you guys get out in transition, because you always seem to hit the same spots.
Yeah, like when we're pushing in transition, we talk a lot about getting to the corners. So if I don't have the ball or nothing, try to get to the corners, which just create space for Malcolm to drive, for JT, JB. And then we make a good play here that Grant tries to swing and chase it, and I kind of reject it and get to the spin move. So got to the corner, and then the ball kind of finds you there.
What's swing and chase? Tell me about that.
So like Grant was gonna swings it to me in the corner, and he's gonna go set like a ball screen. So he's chasing, set the ball screen, but I just reject it. But I could just go off it and make a play off of that. And we just got really good spacing, 5 out right now, and just leaves the paint wide open.
The spin move was just chef's kiss. Educate me though, Derrick. Like, was your ability to attack the rim also signature to your game with the Spurs, and we're just kind of late to the party?
Yeah, I think I was much more attacking the rim than shooting, especially in San Antonio. Well, my first couple years. But then I just try to develop more and more of my game. So, but yeah, the first couple years, that was a lot of what I did, was just attacking the hoop.
Let's keep the plays rolling, because this was just one of our best games of the NBA season. Honestly, you had to put your Superman cape on, because your boy Jalen and Jayson struggled a little bit in this one. Marcus Smart was out. I believe you got the start in this one, but walk me through this particular play. You're bringing the ball up.
Yeah, we're bringing it up, and we're doing a little pick and roll. Like everybody can see in the high pick and roll, and I got robbed, so everybody's always a little paranoid about Rob and the lob threat. So I go off the screen and do a little hesitation, and they're trying to decide if they want to stay with Rob or they're going to switch it, and was able to turn the corner a little bit, and Rob kind of gets another little screen at the hoop too to give me that angle pass and beat. So just kind of be patient with it, and then once the floor opens up, then attack.
I'm glad you mentioned the Embiid part, because we were picking plays for this conversation, and I'm like, that's like one of the best shot blockers in the league. That's a big dude. Like, do you feel confident in this attack because of the presence of Rob in the paint?
Yeah. I mean, anytime like you step up, you can just throw it to basically the moon, and Rob will go get it. I mean, even if I take one more dribble, I can hit Al in the corner. So there's a lot of different options I had out there, and I was able to get that little angle and use the inside hand and finish it up around and be not over him, but around him.
When you play teams in the regular season that are also sort of in the conversation as real contenders, is there a different mindset when y'all get ready for those games?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a different atmosphere around the building. I mean, going into the gym, like you could just feel it was just different. Like the Philly fans were out. Like we know they're playing well. Like we want to like send a message. So like it just feels a little different when you're going against one of the top teams in the league, and it was a really fun game for me.
All right, so Derrick, we looked into these numbers in terms of your corner threes, the amount that you were taking. In your first 5 seasons, you only took 17% from the corner. This year, it's up to 32% from the corner. And you talked a little bit earlier about running those lanes. We've got an example of that here.
I think that's a lot because I'm more off ball this year compared to on ball. With Malcolm and Smart, even JT and JB, they handling it a lot too. So, like in this zone, like I'm running to the corner, spacing the floor, and I mean, he's got a lot of unselfish guys on the team. Like JB can shoot that, but he makes the extra pass and just shoot it with confidence and knock him down.
You mentioned playing with Smart and Brogdon, but you guys have had to deal with some injuries this year. In San Antonio, I believe your career high in starts was 55, but with the Celtics, you're on pace to have more starts this calendar year. What does that require of you mentally to be ready to start in somebody's absence or be prepared to come off the bench?
Yeah, I mean, going to the season, I didn't expect to start this much, especially since I got traded to Boston. Like, I was basically off the bench unless there was injury to Smart or something. So, but I feel like my mindset's got to be the same whether I start or come off the bench. I think I've been coming off the bench this last couple games before Rob went out. So just being ready. It's a little different coming off the bench than starting, but I feel comfortable in both positions and just go out there and compete and do the things I need to do, whether I'm starting or off the bench.
All right, we've got a bunch of great plays of you doing great things. And this is another one. I think you're going to pass up a good shot to get a great shot. So we got to ask you what it's like playing alongside a guy like Jayson Tatum.
He makes the game easy for everybody. I mean, he can do so many different things out there on the court. He's unselfish. He makes the right play. And I think that's just, it starts with him and just trickles down to the rest of the team. And I could shot the first one, but drive, kick, and now we get a great wide open 3 for JT.
Philosophically, I feel like there's something I hear Joe Mazzulla say pretty often in his pressers about giving up good shots for great shots. Yeah.
I mean, we don't want to turn down a lot of good ones. He's gotten on me a couple times this year of like for that instance, like right here, he's like, shoot it. But more often than not, he lets us, he trusts in us, and we do a pretty good job of giving up a good one to get a great one.
He wanted you to shoot this particular one?
I mean, maybe obviously not how it turned out, but I mean, I was open when I caught it, so he wouldn't have been mad if I shot it.
You are wide open, my guy.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of tough to guard, there's not a lot on this next play. I just kind of want your reaction when you're watching your teammate do stuff like this.
He's special. I feel like he's got a lot of posters up or a lot of stars in his career so far. But I mean, it's just unselfish play like we were talking about. Like, he probably could have shot the pull-up 3, but finds Smart in the corner, and he clearly shoot that too, but he passes it back to him. So I mean, it's a great play by both of them, and we just got really good spacing out there and let great players do what they do great.
All right, this is one of my favorite, Derrick. I just want to hear what's happening on this play. Jason's bringing the ball up. You're involved in the action. Jalen is as well. Obviously, 3 guys that you got to respect at all 3 levels, but particularly from the 3-point line. And it really forces Cleveland to make a tough decision. So walk me through it.
Yeah, so I was going to go set a ball screen, but JT wanted to do a little off-ball action. So we're kind of just doing random stuff. It could be anything. He kind of gives us the freedom to, you can set a flare screen for JT. It could be a back screen. Like, we do a lot of different things out of it. So, I mean, it's tough to guard. We got 3 people that can do a lot of different things, and Smart making the right play. So they go under both of me and JT, and JB gets an open 3 out of it. So we got pretty much any option we want over there, and it gave us a good look right there.
Do you have a favorite off-ball action or like screen that you like to catch him go off of?
I mean, the pin down is probably everybody's favorite. It's hard to guard. It's especially if you get a good screen and a good screening angle. But that and the flare screen are probably the 2 that are toughest to guard.
I was hoping you would say Flair, because Flair was always my jam. Like, I just felt like especially if defenses aren't communicating, because you still have the option to come hard off of it. But the Flair, I just used to be like, aha, you're going the wrong way and I'm wide open.
Yeah, it's hard to guard. Even when you do guard it right, you can still get a good look out of it.
Yeah. All right. This last play we got, it just kind of really shows off all the things I think you brought and bring and are having an incredible year to this squad. We're going to get you on both sides of the ball in this entire play. But just talk to me defensively in terms of what your responsibilities are in this play.
We're just flying around pretty much. I mean, Rob comes over and one of the best shot blocks in the league, and you got to help the helper. And I mean, it all just kind of starts with Rob, and then everybody's just flying around after it and closing out and just making them shoot a contested, tough shot. So being active and just flying around pretty much is what we're doing right there.
And then we're out. So now what are you looking at when you're running, when taking a lead on this?
First, we're just pushing it, seeing if we got any advantages, seeing what's going on. And then I think we go down to try to get Sam on a pin down, one of our best shooters. And then he kind of slips the screen, which causes a little confusion on their defense, which gives me a little angle to attack. And then Bogdanovich eventually helps up, which leads to me to dumping off to Rob. So we got a lot of different actions and different things going on in the first 6 or so seconds.
Okay, so on that note, this is how we get you out here. What does the Celtics' best ball look like as you guys pursue the big goal this year?
I mean, we start defensively. We be able to guard the ball. I mean, we got some of the best defenders in the league on our team, so be able to guard, get stops, and that leads us to transition, getting easy baskets, getting open looks, and so we guard, we rebound, and then we just go and then take care of the ball. I think we'll be successful.
You're having a great season. Congratulations so far, Derrick.
I appreciate it. Thank you.